Hello, I bring you the gift of the Magi. In a modest apartment in New York City at the turn of the 20th century, lived a young couple, Jim and Della Young. They were deeply in love and painfully poor. Their furnishings were sparse, their meals simple, and their savings nearly non-existent. Yet their hearts overflowed with affection for one another. And it was this love that gave their lives meaning. As Christmas approached, Della faced a dilemma. She had saved every penny she could, scrimping on groceries and bargaining with shopkeepers. But after weeks of effort, she had only managed to put aside $1.87. It was a pitiful sum, hardly enough to buy a worthy gift for Jim. She longed to give him something special, something that would show the depth of her devotion. But what could she possibly purchase with so little? Della sat by the window, tears welling in her eyes. She gazed at her reflection in the glass and saw her most prized possession, her long flowing hair. It cascaded down her back like a river of brown silk, shining in the light. Jim often admired it, saying it was her crowning glory. Suddenly, an idea struck her. If she could not buy a gift with money, perhaps she could sell her hair to raise the funds. With determination, Della rushed to a nearby shop run by Madame Sofronie, a dealer in wigs and hair pieces. Madame examined Della's hair, measured its length, and offered $20 for it. Though Della's heart ached at the thought of losing her beautiful locks, she accepted. The scissors slipped and her hair fell away. Della left the shop with the short curls framing her face and $20 in her purse. Enough to buy Jim a gift worthy of his love. Della searched the shops until she found the perfect present, a platinum fob chain for Jim's pocket watch. Jim's watch was his most treasured possession, handed down from his father and grandfather. But the chain he used was old and worn. With his elegant new chain, Jim could carry his watch with pride. Della imagined his joy when he received it, and her heart soared. She hurried home, wrapped the chain, and waited anxiously for Jim's return. When Jim arrived, Della greeted him nervously. She worried that he might be disappointed by her short hair, that he would no longer find her beautiful. But Jim's reaction was not what she expected. He stared at her, stunned, with an expression she could not read. Della begged him not to be angry, explaining that she had sold her hair to buy him a gift. Slowly, Jim smiled, though his eyes held a strange sadness. Jim handed Della a package. Inside was a set of exquisite combs, ornamental tortoise shell combs with jeweled edges, the kind Della had admired in a shop window for months. They were perfect for her long hair, but now her hair was gone. Della cried with joy and sorrow, realizing the sacrifice Jim had made. He had sold his watch to buy her the combs. The same watch this other one had bought. Oh my God, that's crazy. Della gave Jim the fob chain. He accepted it with a gentle laugh, knowing he no longer had a watch to attach it to. In that moment, both realized the irony of their situations. Each had sacrificed their greatest treasure to buy a gift for the other's treasure. Yet, rather than despair, they embraced. Their gifts were useless, but their love was priceless. They had given not material objects, but the truest gifts of all, their willingness to sacrifice for one another. The story comparing Jim and Della to the biblical Magi, the wise men who brought gifts to the infant Jesus. Though the Magi's gifts were rich and symbolic, Jim and Della's gifts were humble and ironic. Yet in their sacrifice lay wisdom. They understood that love is measured not by possession, but by selflessness. In giving up what they valued most, they revealed the depth of their devotion.